Get ready, the smoke's about to come on. So, heading up into our entry loop, let's go up. Hitting a height of about 6,000 feet, celebrating the Independence Day of France. Of course, the infamous Bastille. So twisting that formation on the way down. We're now going to bend that to our left hand side with 7 and 8 getting ready to tuck in behind. There they go. Now recreating the infamous commercial aircraft that was the cooperation of France and Britain. Get ready in from the left hand side. This is Concorde. Concorde, famous of course for the supersonic ability it had and the extra capabilities of Super Cruise, which meant that it could surpass the speed of sound without the need of afterburner. Now we're going to change Concorde into another shape, celebrating the NASA space program and all its efforts of the 20th century, in with some blue, white and red once again. Get ready as we paint the skies in Apollo. So as Apollo exits to the right hand side, the team leader for tonight is George. Each pilot is given the call sign of Athos, so he's Athos 1 for tonight. He's also the leader and owner of the BBMF, or Battle of Britain Memorial Flight Display Team, showcasing the historic aircraft of World War II. Now we're changing that formation as we reposition to the right hand side in one of our longest formations of our routine. So if you've liked what you've seen so far, you're now going to enjoy this one as all 8 jets get ready to pull up. They're all going to go upside down, so give them a big wave as they go upside down as we fly the dart roll. You're hitting the apex at the top of that roll at about 3,500 feet. A really technically difficult manoeuvre to pull off, making sure that each jet is perfectly in position as they rotate around the leader. Now collapsing that particular formation from one of the longest. If you watch the red arrows, you'll see 9 jets performing this particular manoeuvre or formation. However, just like the Partie de France, with only 8 jets, we're missing that middle jet from this next formation. So in from the left hand side, we're now going to bend that. This is one of our infamous formations as we present Diamond. So Diamond exits to the right hand side. Athos 2 for tonight is Jack. Jack joined us earlier this year and has been a great addition to the team. He's joined by Athos 3, which is Ica, who also has involvement with the Partie Aguila, the Spanish equivalent of what we do here. Now, in from the 45 degrees to the right, we're now going to present the 4th generation fighter on behalf of the French Air Force. This is, of course, the very capable aircraft seen operational duty as recent as Mali in Opération Harmattan. Get ready, as the team are now about to roll all 8 jets once again in the Rafale roll. So each jet aiming to be within 6 feet apart of each other as they rotate. Nicely done there by the team, using the different colours that we've got on the jets tonight. Athos 4 for this year is Bill. He completes the front four section of the team, which we call Rebo. We'll talk a little bit about the two halves of our team a little bit later on. So the team was set up in July or June of last year, properly in the September as we went full time, dedicating all our efforts to this team solely, alongside ourselves, with various different others. We've been able to really develop the team and create, hopefully, an aesthetically pleasing display. In from the left with some smoke then, you'll see this with the red arrows as well. This is the rollbacks. So the front four create a tight diamond or box formation. The outer four jets roll around the outskirts of each other as they exit to the right hand side. They're now going to reposition into the longest formation that we have for our 2021 routine. You can see that happen on the transition. So you can see how they've managed to collapse that from a wide formation to quite a lengthy formation. For our next one, dedicating the efforts of the SpaceX program, headed and led by Elon Musk. We've already shown the space program contribution of NASA with the Apollo formation earlier on. Now this is a more independent one as they're about to head up into a loop. The back three jets put in the smoke on. Athos 1 now leading them into a very, very slow loop, bending it as he goes, just making sure that all 8 jets are in a nice tight formation. Now what's going to happen then, just going to have a slight gap, so we're going to use clever techniques so we squeeze the formation to be within 6 feet apart. Now get ready with those cameras, the longest formation of our routine. In from the left then, as we celebrate the SpaceX mission. This is Starship. So as the Starship bends, exits to the right hand side. Keep those eyes on the jets as Athos 1 now leads them up and to the right hand side, halfway over the top. All 8 jets are now going to flick the smoke systems on. So the team, each jet is fitted with 5 minutes of white and 2 minutes of the individual colours. So as we celebrate the real world aircraft flown by the Patrie de France, in from the right hand side, we're going to flip the smoke off and complete synchronised rolls. Get ready, this is the Alpha Rolls. Nicely done. As they flick the smoke back on, they're about to squeeze the formation as they head up into the loop towards the left hand side. I'm just going to be slightly careful with the wetter weather coming in. Front 4 jets are what we call Rebo. The back 4 section is Synchro. We do that by the Atlas brake. So keep those eyes to the left and right, and you'll see our synchro pair. And they'll be getting ready very, very shortly to meet in the middle, right in front of you. So pick your preferred side of left and right. Here we we go then in Linea de Revolution. 3, 2, 1, cross. So as they exit out to sea, get those cameras ready. The front four section of Rebo are now about to roll in with the smoke systems on. They're about to pull up into one of 2 barrel rolls. There they go. Each jet keeping about 2 jet widths apart on their way up. Nicely done there as we perform La Cascade. Nicely done there as Rebo exit to the right hand side. Now get those cameras and eyes out in front of you, celebrating the French aircraft made of course also by Dassault. This is the Mirage, so creating a nice delta formation in the middle, representing the delta wing, infamous with the Mirage itself. Now look left and right and you'll see the synchro pair coming in once again. Oh, it's the synchro section of our display. So get ready with the Feta Diablo. So let's go up. So 2 jets barrel roll once they've crossed, the other 2 pull straight up into the vertical. Now look to the right hand side. A new manoeuvre for this year. It seems as though one pilot has had a slight issue. The white smoke jet rolls nice and gently, of course with a bit of turbulence from the rain. You would normally see 2 jets rolling around the outskirts of 3 and 4 with their red and blue smoke in La Cylinder. Now look for the synchro pair out in front of you. They're about to cross 3 times then. There's the first. Here's the second as we fly the slalom. Now they're about to pull up into the vertical as they exit, making way for Rebo to our left hand side. Another new manoeuvre for this year's display routine. So we should have all 4 jets now back together. A new manoeuvre for our 21 routine. There's the smoke's about to come on. Get those cameras ready for another rollback inspired manoeuvre. This is Implosion. As Rebo once again exits to the right hand side. Now look straight out in front of you. You'll see the synchro pair. Athos 5 for this year is Blake. He joins us. And he's joined by Coyle. As Athos 6, in front of you is our synchro pair of 7 and 8, led by Athos 7, which is Patrick. He joins towards the end stages or latter stages of last year. He's been a great addition to the team. He's joined by the ex-leader of the Italian Eagles of Pagin, Athos 8. Now look straight ahead. One of our favourite manoeuvres, crowd favourites, are now about to meet right back in the middle as we fly La Papillon break. now look left and right. And you'll see the synchro pair once again with the smoke on, flying at about 100 feet, a closing speed of about 850 miles an hour. One jet the right way up, the other one upside down as we fly Deja Vu. Now keep those eyes on those two jets that have just been flying in front of you. They're now going to reposition and head straight back towards each other. This time heading out to sea on a 45-degree angle. There they go. They're about to cross twice as we fly La Fondre. There they go. So 3, 2, 1, cross. So now about to exit over the top of us. Zoom in on those cameras, straight out in front of you. You'll see the jets of Athos 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. They're now about to push straight up and roll the entire formation. Once they hit the top, they're now going to split right over the top of us as we perform Elysee. Now look to the left hand side and you'll see the synchro pair. So the blue smoke jet is now about to roll on the outskirts of the red smoke. As they get about halfway, he'll have done that about 2 to 3 times. Now the red smoke jet will swap positions with the blue, and he will now roll around the outskirts to complete the second half of the display line. Now they're now going to reposition right over the top, out to the right hand side, making way for our next manoeuvre. So with the red arrows, you'll see 2 jets performing this. So those in the stream and those in the session as well, watching us, we'd like to dedicate the next one to those watching us tonight. So this is the heart. So that's the synchro pair up to the left hand side, just spearing the heart with half of the heart being with blue, the other half being speared with red. Now keep those eyes on 7 and 8, and they're now about to reposition, setting up for our personal favourite of our display routine so far. They're now about to complete 2.5 rolls. So here goes the first. Now for 1.5 rolls, so they're now going to end up the right way up. There we go. Now heading up into the vertical, they're now going to roll out at the top and push forward on the sticks. All the blood rushing to the pilots' heads. This is our personal favourite, so get those cameras ready. It's now time for those 2 to fly straight through an inverted V. This is Kaleidoscope. So the synchro splitting in the distance. You see Athos 5 and 6 rolling around the outskirts of Rebo. Now it's time for our final manoeuvre of this year's display routine. So this is the last time you'll see all 8 jets in formation tonight, before doing a very special fly past very shortly afterwards. So get ready, we're now about to perform the Drapeau Francais. So ladies and gents, boys and girls, you've been watching the 2021 GTA Aerobatic Team, the PDLS. So on behalf of the team, thank you very much for watching, and we hope you've enjoyed it. We've got one final fly past.